Budget Adventure Show. I'm Brad. Once again heading out into this sunny, lovely countryside in northeast Victoria. It's been wet, a very wet winter. It's been hard to get out on trips. I haven't been camping for a couple of weeks, so the sun's out. It's going to be a fine weekend. It is time, finally, to get to the Murray River. 3 seasons in, I haven't taken you down to the Murray River, which is in my backyard. Cod, crayfish, redfin, trout, yellow belly, and of course European carp, just to name a few. Well, most of the fish species that are in the river. So, being winter, cray season's only open for a couple of months, so we're going to go down there, get the nets. Friends grabbing his boat, and we're going to go down and try and catch some Murray crayfish. So something different, something special to celebrate hitting 100 subscribers on YouTube. Straight up, thank you everyone who has subscribed. If you haven't done it already, please do so. It gives me a good idea of how many people are watching videos and how many people are enjoying the content. So I'll be back shortly with some not so budget cooking, going a bit fine dining, or a bit expensive for this cook, and I'll check out some gear as well. Well, shit. That was supposed to be the track going into the campsite. I suppose the cat's out of the bag. It's not it's not July, obviously. If I'm going to put crayfishing in the title, that season closes at the end of August, and here we are in October. So I wanted to come down and camp on the river and show you a bit of a greatest clips, or mosquitoes are out. I look back at one of the Cray trips we done this year that I filmed some of the boat stuff, but not the camping side of things. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get into the river now. I'm not going to stay for too long. The Murray's been in flood for the last 6 weeks, and it's been at a moderate level, but now there's so much water laying around, there's so much water coming down the river. We're probably not going to be able to get on the river for the rest of the year, unfortunately. With Lake Hume opening up another gate and Dartmouth Dam spilling for the first time in 26 years, there's just so much water laying around, and unfortunately it's going to kill a lot of the camping, especially on the river, for the rest of the year. So we're going to have to devise a plan B. I almost see the cloud of mosquitoes, and they're big buggers too, so camping here is not going to happen. No mozzie calls in the world or fly netting is going to save you from this swamp and mosquitoes. So I'm going to have to get back in the ute and go and find a plan B. What that is, I'm going to have to think about while I'm driving. So we'll get back in the ute and we'll go and see if we can find somewhere else to have our clip show, or greatest hits, or our look back at the 2022 crayfishing season, where we catch a few crays. Getting out of here. Out! Well, that sucks. So here we are, just going through a little town of Chilton, trying to find our plan B. Just with how much water's laying around, the mosquitoes and the green grass that's come up at the moment, the mozzies are about to hit plague proportions. So unfortunately, I was hoping that was going to be our last chance of camping on the river for the year, because as I said, the water's been up for 5 weeks already and it hasn't even peaked. They've just opened 2 more gates at Lake Hume because the Dart's spilling over, so that river's going to be in flood for at least another month, and that's only if the rain doesn't stop. So, or if the rain stops, I should say. So I need elevation. It's going to be down to about -1 or 0 tonight, which isn't too bad now coming out of winter, because the sun started getting heat in it by 7-8 o'clock. The frost's gone and the sun's putting out all its heat. So as I said, just going through Chilton, there's a little mountain here called Skeleton Hill that's not too far away. It's got elevation, it's got a nice view. Get the drone up. It's just been a little while since I've been up there. I'm not quite sure on having a level spot to camp or sleep in the back of the ute, so we're going to head up here anyway, go through the bush a bit, and yeah, see if we can find a spot on Skeleton Hill. Someone's excited. Go. So we've ticked elevation off the box, off the list. Here we are on top of Skeleton Hill, and probably known more to the locals anyway with the Skeleton Hill mine. Mine? No, not a mine, quarry. But anyway, that's. We might be able to get a little bit closer. Local quarry that used to pull bluestone, crusher dust, that sort of stuff out, sell it locally. But yeah, that's what's left of the pit. Which is a good view from up here too. But I'm already starting to see two problems. One, we're not level, and two, if this wind keeps up, it might be a bad time. Don't you fall down there, Spots? So, a fair bit of water in it actually. I'll put the drone up. I haven't got the drone with me on this trip, but last time I was up here, I'll throw the drone up. There wasn't anywhere near as much water in there as what is in there now, but that's certainly a room with a view. So we are up on top of a saddle here on this ridge. So I did see back a little bit further. There's a bit of a flat spot on top of right on top of the hill, as you can see. There's no way we're going to be able to sleep in that. But, come back up to the road. It's a shame because there's nearly a good spot here, but they've put these big rocks in prior to stop people doing what I've just done and drive down into the middle. But I might go for a bit of a walk around anyway and see what I can find. While I'm doing that, we'll get back to the crayfishing element of this flashback clip show, and we might go get some nets in the water. So we'll jump into the boat 2 months ago and get the cray nets in the water and start baiting up. Where's the bait? Yummy, yummy. can go in two. You can go in two spots. Go back there. Yeah, we got plenty of roll on this one. All right. That was the last bait sock.
Yeah, these have got good bait.
Wait, you get out of that. That's not for you. Look out.
We'll use you as bait, Roxy.
Yeah, in you go. Little shithead. Liver. Yummy, yummy liver. Oh, it was going to be cold.
There. 2 to 3 metres here.
Net's in. Oh, yuck, hands. Oh. You go and buy a paper towel holder that's meant to hold paper towels, and it doesn't. I was just going to have a bit of chain dangling with it, but it's just all flappy and loose. So I thought I'd do a trip down to Bunnings and pick up something to fix this issue for about $5. And I've got the pieces here. Piece of 3/16 threaded rod, and unfortunately you can't buy wing nuts individually down there, not in this size, so I had to get a box of them. Again, I think it was $2.50 for the rod, which is longer, so I can do this again and elsewhere. Drill a couple of holes in it. Paper towel in. Thread your rod through the center. Find the hole, which is always a problem. There, rightio. Make sure the roll's where it's supposed to be, which is not. There it is, right. Wing nut on this side as well. And the good thing about this, roll that back up, do it up firmly. That can't move, so it's not going to unroll itself while you're driving around. Loosen it off a bit. Hands free, keeping your hands clean while you're camping, doing that cooking. So again, nice little simple fix for I think it was a $5 paper towel holder, which obviously it's not going to be the best, but a bit of rod, couple of wing nuts, and you're all set. Rightio, so those nets are all baited up. Normally we'll leave them about an hour before we go back and check them again, so we'll go back after an hour and check them and see what's in there and rebait if necessary. So basically, after the last trip to Kangaroo Hill, I put some level and ramps on the top of the ute, and then they sat on there for 2 weeks, went to Hebel and didn't need them, so, and extra weight, so we're using some of the local rock to keep that side up. And just like Kangaroo Hill, we have dug some holes, but fairly flat spot here. I'm pretty happy with this. The wind's still coming from behind us. I'm hoping it dies off a little bit because it's going to be cool tonight. That wind should die right off. So worst case, I've got the ute as a bit of a windbreak. Fire there. I've got the wind also for a bit of a visual pollution break. So I'm not showing the fire off to the entire population of Chiltern. We'll get a little fire going here. Plenty of wood laying around, and yeah, so get some things organised. Got to crack that first beer and have a drink, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. Rightio. We had 80 mil of rain last night, so that you might not be able to pick it because of the no water laying around, but that's why we're up on top of the hill. No water should be laying around. So just scraped up all that leaf litter and crap off the ground. It's going to smoke a shitload, but it's fairly dry, so we'll get some heat into it. Something like that. Quick and easy, like always. I did bring some help just in case it needed to get going a bit more. D-grease is great for that. I wouldn't use any RP7, WD-40, anything like that. That's a little bit higher in the flame content, but a bit of degreaser. It's pretty slow reactive, as you've seen, and it normally gets the fire going real good when the wood's a little bit wet. If you haven't got any diesel or other propellant will do. I won't say lubricant. So we'll let that build up now. Get some of this bigger wood on there, get some coals for tea. Yeah, but in the meantime, I think it's been about an hour, so we'll go back and we'll check the cray nets, see what's in there. Oh no, that was a keeper too. Go forward, go forward. Oh, yeah, good luck with this.
No, that's not a keeper.
No, this one's not. Will you stop trying to bite me? Oh, ancient crustaceans.
There was a nice one on the underside.
Yeah, that was a keeper under there. Roxy, settle your shit down. Oh, that's it, Nelly. One more. One more.
No bait in there, is there?
No. Backwards. Oh, that's cold. That's cold. Might be a bit deep for this one. Oh no, I got some. Oh. There's nothing there, is there? Ooh. You're such a whinger. Such a whinger. Oh, I like these nets better.
Yeah.
Little female. Get over there. Oh, go that way a bit. Oh, hello. No, I don't think we got any keepers in that lot.
That one might be close. That one's not.
Oh, hello.
Let's be right. Let's be right.
Oh, it's gone under it. Oh. No, we'll set it at 10. No. Yeah, nah. Nah. About a centimetre too short. Oh, plenty in here though. We caught all the big ones last time we were down here. It's definitely a honey hole though. No. Oh, hello, that's a keeper. If it doesn't, oh, nah, she's got berries. Not berries.
Now that one there.
Berries.
Berries.
There she is. So, back in the water. Bye-bye. Go get your arms. Sit up, relaxing. The puppy dog getting around somewhere. So the fire's going, getting them coals down for tea. Bit green. I haven't done this for a few weeks. It's been 5 or 6 weeks since I've been camping full stop, just because of how wet it is. You get nice glorious days like this during the day, and then come weekend, pouring rain. But anyway, a great spot up here. Shame I didn't dedicate the full trip up here, but I've had the crayfishing footage for a little bit, so I wanted to get that on the air, get that out to you, and because it's one of those things, the effort, as you'll see, that gets involved in catching crayfish, because you've only got the size on the back of the eyes to the back of the head shell, you've only got between 10 and 12 centimetres, so not a lot of room there for keepers. And then with the fishing club, we only keep males, we don't keep females. There was one instant in the past where we caught a legal female, had no eggs on it, no berries, took her back to camp, put her in the esky for the night, and when we opened the esky in the morning, she'd laid or put her eggs out. So it's just a risk. There's no benefit to keeping females, and there's no difference in taste or anything between the male and female. And if the fisheries come through, even though yes, you caught her as a illegal female with no eggs, when they go to lift that esky lid and there's eggs in there, you're in a world of trouble. So just out of principle, we don't do that anymore. Keep the females in the water for laying, keep the population up. This is the footage you're seeing. We did do 2 trips over winter to the same spot. Normally reserves you don't go anywhere near because everyone goes there craying. Normally the river's right down too, so getting a boat in the water and trying to get to a bit of deep water or somewhere, there's a couple of them starting to fly around, which is concerning, but nothing I can't handle yet. I hope I've got mozzie calls somewhere. Yeah, because everyone wants to go craying reserves, they're normally fished out, and 9 times out of 10 you're only catching small ones. But I don't know if I got them on footage. I know one I didn't get on film, but there was one there that was way oversized. It was a big female. She had eggs. She'd only just shed her skin. They shed their shell as well, and just trying to pick her up was like trying to pick up an empty beer can, but at 2 kilos. So being very gentle to get her out of the net and back in the water without damaging her or the eggs. So because of that, cooking them, then trying to get the meat out of them. As you see, spiky, real tough shell, trying to break that open, you need a good set of bullnose pliers or long nose pliers just to help you out. Hammers on the claws. And at the end of the day, it's sort of a sweet, little bit of sweetness, not much. Normally you need a bit of lemon or something to go with it, but it's sort of similar to prawn, if I was to compare it. Maybe not as rubbery. Again, I might be overcooking my prawns, so that might not be a proper idea of what the taste is. But because it's such a task, really, you're camping down the river over winter. Where this trip, I think it dropped down to -2 in the morning. Out in the water, getting your hands wet in that freezing water, trying to stay dry, back and forth. You're back in the boat in the morning or during the night when the dews come in, so everything's wet. It's winter camping. You know what winter camping's like without the rain, so it's a lot of effort for very little bit of meat. But in saying that, it is good to do once a year. Get the nets. You can go to the butcher. You can buy for $10. I think you can buy a kilo bundle of cow liver that's already shrink wrapped or cryovac from the butcher. Normally liver, they go good on liver. If you've been fishing beforehand, carp heads or carp carcass, as you'll see. Old lamb chops, if you've got frostbitten meat in the freezer and you don't want to eat any more, lamb chops are good. And just normally in the years past, we've just tied the meat to the bottom, and if it's left for a couple of hours, especially overnight, it's the meat's gone. Whereas using those little netting handmade bags with zip ties, as you see again, overnight they were able to eat through the netting. You're gonna see that in the morning when we go back to check them. But it makes it so much easier. Use a lot less bait, and you still get the same rewards at the end of the day. So it's it was good to see so many big ones, so many keepers, so many bigger than keepers in that stretch of water, even though the river was pretty much at high summer level in June, July when we went down there. So it's yeah, it's just nuts. Normally the river's nowhere near that full over winter, just because it's been so wet, and now we've had 5 weeks of it in flood. It's there's a lot of water around. And it's one of those things. The other good old boy that's driving the boat, that's with me in the videos, drives a local school bus. He's just got 2 weeks for school holidays and wanted to go away in the bus, but they were going to go over Bermagui, but the weather's crap over there at the moment. You can't go anywhere near a river at the moment. Ovens is flooded, Murrumbidgee is flooded, Goulburn's flooded, Key was flooded, Midder's flooded. You can't go camping at the moment and be near water, just because of how high the rivers are, and it's a shame because with as much water as laying around, a lot of it's going to be left high and dry when the river does drop, and the mosquitoes this year are going to be in plague proportions. So that might dictate where the trips are at the end for the rest of the season 3, rest of the year. We're starting to get warmer. I'm back on the bike, which is good, warm enough for that. Roxy really need to come for a camp, so that's why I'm in the ute this trip and not the bike. But where I'm looking at Mount Buffalo, I'm looking at Falls Creek, get up in the high country there, up away from the rivers into the mountain streams and the high elevation, just to keep the daytime temps down, doesn't get too hot, and you can still have a nice fire overnight, doesn't get too cold, and it's still, as you'll see, like, there's plenty of green growth around, so There's no chance of a campfire getting away at the moment, but just check and make sure the mine's not getting away. So, a bit of an idea of what's going to come up into the future. Is that time, Spots? Time for din-dins? Must be time to get some food on. Welcome back to the Budget Adventure Kitchen. I alluded earlier in the main video that we're going to go a little bit upmarket, not so much budget. In the local fruit market, they also do meat. We've got some Cajun beef and vegetable kebabs, however you want to do it. I don't recall the last time I brought a steak, so going out and spending X amount of money on a steak, then to cut that up for a kebab isn't really the budget way. These cost me 11 bucks. There's 4 of them. That's basically just your beef and red and green capsicum, so nothing special. 99.5% of the time when I buy a protein, whether it's beef, lamb, and even pork, always look for the reduced label, whether it's reduced because it's a couple of days out from expiry, or reduced because it's a day of expiry. Buy it sometimes $2, $3, $4 less, sometimes 50% less in the original price. You can find some real bargains if you have a look. It's hard knowing what sort of days of the week. I normally do a shop on a Saturday. Sometimes by Saturday Arvo some stuff's reduced. I know in the past, from shopping before Easter, if you go on a Thursday afternoon, you find a lot of stuff reduced as well. But get it home, freeze it, and then once it's frozen, get it out of the packaging, cryovac it. I've got steak, lamb chops, stuff like that in the freezer at home that was on its expiry date. Got it home, got it out of its packaging, cryovac'd it, and some of that stuff's been there for a year. Take it out, cook it as soon as you defrost it, and good to go. So we're going to do kebabs on the grill tonight. Also, just to add that little bit extra, we're going to do sweet corn on the fire as well. So the sweet corn, most of the time, especially coming in the spring, summer, very cheap. I've grown it myself, ended up with 20 or 30 I think they're called knobs of corn by the end of it, and you can only freeze it. There's no other way to get rid of it or to use it as it grows. Like a lot of homegrown stuff, tomatoes, that sort of stuff, you got to stew them, you got to preserve them, you got to make a sauce or something like that. So yeah. So corn on the cob, on the coals, we're going to leave that inside the greenery, I'll call it. That way it sort of half stews. I've never tried charring corn on a barbecue. I know people do it, I know it's big in Mexico, that sort of thing. But putting that in the coals as it is, it's going to sort of steam and cook really quick. And maybe once I get it out of the skin leaves, as these are nearing the end of their cooking, I might just throw them on the grill too, but it's only a little grill, so I might not have the space. So our fire's been cooking down, burning down, whatever you want to call it. There's some nice coals there, so there's going to be a little bit of an equipment check and cooking at the same time, because I just picked up a little grill box from Kmart that was on clearance for 15 bucks. So nice small fold away. What's here? I do believe it's a charcoal think it's supposed to be a charcoal starter for a barbecue. Although I've got rid of all the paperwork for it. So it's got the grills, good robust handle, folds out. Tray goes in the bottom to keep it set. That's a decent mouth on it too. And then I'll load it up with coals out of the fire and just put that grill across the top. The 4 kebabs should be perfect on that, so we'll give it a go. It's not really on the light side, but again, just the ability for it to fold up to that might be handy on the motorbike. So yeah, after the somewhat failed attempt at grilling on the campfire on the William Hobble trip, something like this might be a little bit better. If it's not, it was $15 on clearance, so we'll load it up, see how much this distorts from coals. I think you're supposed to have your barbecue coals and that sort of thing in there, obviously as a fire starter, however all that works, but we've got the fire, set it up, get the shovel and put some coals in there, and we'll see how we go. So I've just made a bit of a flat spot for it to sit on. Last thing I want is the kebabs rolling off the grill, if that's even possible, but we'll see. So peg that in, lock that in, get our handle out like that. I'll keep the handle away from the fire just because it is plastic. There, and that goes on top like that. So we'll fish some coals out. We've been working on for the last hour or so. Nice big coals. First time using this, so might go a little bit more than less. Worst case, I can just take the grill off. Oh yeah. Clean our fire back up. Don't want that to go out. Alright. Throw our grill on top. That. I don't know whether it will help or not, but I'll do a bit of oil. Whoop, plenty of heat in there. A bit of oil on top just to lube the grill. We'll make a mess with our plastic. So yeah, Cajun kebabs. Don't normally go near kebabs, but we'll see how we go. So I know we need got a sizzle straight up, which is good. As I said before, these are coming out of the freezer, so there's a little bit of frost on them, but I'm not too concerned because they're a bit of moisture in the middle of the meat. I'm normally a rare to light medium sort of person, so of course, as I've said before, so they're sizzling away nicely. As you can see, we're starting to get some discoloration. It's only a light gal frame or box, so chances are it's only going to last a couple of trips, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, sizzling away nicely. reckon get rid of that one from there. We'll put him up there because we've got some nice coals. Nice coals there. Again, don't want nothing too extreme. Low and slow. Throw that on there. Like I've said with other things in the past, that once stuff's cooked, it's going to cool down pretty quick. I don't expect the corn to be hot when I'm eating it, but yeah. Bury that a bit. Bury that in there like that. It probably only wants about 10 minutes. We already have an issue here with the skewers. The skewers are burnt, so I'm going to need the tongs for this. That one there's still alright, but the other skewers have caught on fire just about. As I said, I don't do a lot of cooking on the skewers, so I'll get the tongs and give them a flip. They're starting to brown up. I might just move these two over. Try and preserve the skewers that are left. Ow! Ow! There is some warmth coming out of that. Oh, I need some longer tongs. So, plus you got the heat of the fire, which doesn't help. So I move them over against the side. Space there for the corn once it's done. It won't need too much. I'll give it another 5 minutes and I'll rotate them. Alright, we're going to 180 them. A little bit of char. The other problem, I don't know what cuts this beef is. It's most likely just cheap chuck or ground beef. Yeah, so there is a bit of heat. There's a bit of charcoal there, but you're grilling, so if you don't like charcoal, don't grill. But I'll give them another minute or two. Do a side rotation. That might nearly be it, just to keep a bit of clean meat on the sides. They're cooking really quick, so I'll give them 5 minutes and probably take them off and get our corn out. That'll be our 10-minute cooking time, and get it on the plate and see what it looks like. Rightio, so we're all dished up. Get some butter on this corn. A couple of charred bits, but that's all right. We're going to get a taste of both char and non-char. Something like that. Lots of butter, corn and butter. So clean that off. Go in the fire. Back in the fridge. So the great thing about this time of year too, here we are, nudging 6 o'clock and the sun's still out, so there we go. Cajun beef skewers, charred corn on the cob. Oh, this is going to make a mess. Come on, Ev, come. It's a chewy steak. It's chuck. It's chuck, so it's not an expensive one, but like anything you grill, all the spices, rubs, marinades, that sort of stuff's going to burn, so that's why we've got a bit of extra char on there. But again, got some good flavour. I probably wouldn't do it myself, make my own kebabs, although maybe you can get some better skewers. Aren't going to burn. I know, mate, normally when you do them you're supposed to soak them in water and that so they don't catch on fire, but I'm going to sit down and enjoy this and take some time chewing this steak. Oh, there's a blowfly. What do you want? Yeah, this is the way. So, tea's done. The sun's setting. We've got to go out and check the cray nets one more time. So, we'll go and do that now while I sit back and enjoy this. And see if we've got some more crayfish to add to the nightly cook. Come on, there we go. That was delicious. Spicy. I had to limit how much I gave to her because I don't want little shits in the sleeping bag tonight, do I? So, oh, yum yum. I ate from the normal corn through to the charred corn. You can keep your charred corn. Nice cooked, boiled or roasted corn is fantastic. So a little bit too much heat. Some of the bigger bits still had a bit of blue steak in the middle, whereas some of the smaller bits were probably on the just about well done size. So that's one of those things you'd expect if you're buying kebabs from a shop. You should they should take the effort to make sure all the chunks of meat are consistent. Yet they weren't. Some onion in there and maybe some other vegetables would have been good too. I won't say now that I'm going to try and do that better like I did the hiking meals. Buying your steaks one thing, buying your vegetables, at the end of the day you're cubing stuff up and putting it on a stick. So I'd much prefer to cube it up and put it in a stir fry pan and go that route. So that's it for dinner, I think. You had a couple of pieces. So yeah, sun's just set, 6:15. We've only got a couple more weeks of daylight savings come in, so it'd be 7:15, which yeah. We'll get some fire, get some wood on the fire. I can feel the heat from that, so it hasn't cooled down too much. Obviously I'm not in a jumper yet. Sitting at 15 degrees, 15.5 degrees, so a bit of a mild night. It might get down to 0 tonight, we'll see what happens. That breeze has only just picked up, it wasn't blowing before. So nothing else left but to open the cask of port. Open the cask of port, move up next to the fire and enjoy the evening. Again, cloudless night, so the stars are going to be out. The sun's just dropped to below the horizon. The blowflies are out. Blowfly smells food. On the mozzie front, a couple of mozzies floating around earlier. I can't seem to see any now, so maybe it was just one or two coming in. I've squashed / sprayed, so I don't think I'll set the mozzie calls up. I'll just move up next. Let them off. Move up next to the fire and radiate in the heat what we spots. So that'll do us here for the night. But we have one more cray net check. We're going to go out. Normally we do on sunset just before tea's ready or just after tea, whatever happens, and then normally 8-9 o'clock on dark we go out again. But obviously being pitch black, there was issues. We got lost. You get the fog come in. You sort of lose where you are. Spotlights, torches don't work because all you can see is a white veil of fog, and it can be fun / horrifying on the river when you don't know exactly where you are. So, what do you see over there? Wasn't that black wallaby that jumped across the road on the way up, is it? Hey, what is it? I don't know. So yeah, we're going to check the pots one more time. I did take some footage of the cooked crays. Just got to double check on that. If it's worthy of putting in here, I'll put it in here. If not, We cooked, we had 2 or 3 keepers, we cooked them up and ate them on site, as you do, so yeah. It's all one of those things. Once you cook them, you got to eat them while they're hot, while they're fresh. We've taken cooked crays home a day or 2 after the fact, and they really deteriorate in quality after they've been cooked. So you had some cray meat, didn't you? You were down for that trip, of course. You were the boat dog, the annoying boat dog that kept on whining. So let's get back to more of that whining as Roxy pilots us to check some more cray nets as we end out the night. Camera. Ah, too small. Come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here. That's precarious. Come here. Ah. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, good thing it did too.
Out of bait?
No. Oh, berries. Look at them. Eggy, eggy, eggies. In you go.
That bait in it?
Yeah. We'll have to move this one up a little bit for later. Although it's probably just a long cord. No, I don't like that. Come up a bit more. Oh, just come up. Just because it's got that such a long rope on it. Oh, look at that little baby. Oh, that's good fish tank size. A little female. Oh, what's going on here? This one first. Oh, she's heavy. It's heavy. Oh, that's a keeper if it's a female. Ah, tangle, tangle. There's a female, but she doesn't have eggs. Fuck. Stop hissing at me, I'm trying to get you out. Oh, where's the knife? This one should all go sideways. You let go. I'll measure you in a minute. Nothing? Where's your knife? It's gone between a loop. I have to open it up.
Rocks.
Cool your jets, dog. Just under. Oh well. Is this a BCF knife?
Maybe. Take it back. We're checking under the light.
Oh yeah. Bring us back in, Captain. We'll have to fix that end one up before it gets dark. It's fucking going straight under that willow tree. No. Hello there. Oh, that's a male. And she's... What do you want, dog? That's a keeper. Just by about 2 mil. Bloody hell did the sun go? It's supposed to be out there. It's over there. It's on my face. Can't see. Give me spots. Come here. Oh. Oh, that's a long way down. That's a long way down. Top of the world, Ma. Thump. Oh, there goes the sock. Sunrise. Gorgeous looking morning. Okay, not a cloud in the sky. Sun's peeking up over the bush. Currently 11 degrees inside and 6 out, so bit of a difference. Yeah. Throw our camera back up there. A bit different to when we're down the river anyway. A little bit colder, not by much. It's always a hard one, that first going out and checking of the cray pots. So you don't know whether to have your coffee first, wake up a bit, warm up a bit, or just get out there, because you know you're going to get wet hands, you're going to get cold. Anyway, there's not much for it, so while we go out and check the pots on this misty morning, I'm going to get out and make myself a coffee and check the fire and kill that frog.
Where's my balancing pole?
First step's a doozy. Game time. Game time. You go back there. Oh, this is going to be cold. No bait. We got bait.
Just grab this one and we'll pull up somewhere and have it. Waiting on.
Oh, warm me up, Spots. Fucking barely. No bait. Well, this one's got bait. Do you want to throw it back out here?
What's that?
This one's got bait still. Do you want to throw it out here? We've one less to deal with. Looks a bit calmer. I need to get up, dog. You get over there.
Put the bottle in the tree.
How deep is it? There. Ah, of course there's a big fucking log just there too. Yeah, you'll hit that coming up. Oh. Get them in a bit closer to the bank so it's shallower.
Put the bottle over the tree. Drop the net.
Right. Sound of the countryside waking up. It's funny, you can see over, I don't know if you're going to be able to see on the camera, you can see a line of fog over there. That's where the Murray River is, and that's where it's in flood. And because there's so much water lying around, there's been a lot more fog than normal. But where that's fog over there, you might not be able to see, but over in Chilton, there's just the little individual puffs of smoke coming up for everyone that's got out of bed and kicked their wood fires in the guts. Luckily there's still some hot coals in the fire, so it lit nearly straight away. No need to help whatsoever. And normally I'll gather some wood when I first get into camp and have it near the fire. Far enough away it doesn't combust itself, but it just keeps the dew off it and means it's dry, nice and dry to start a fire again the next morning. Rightio, got some nice coals on the fire now. So I'm going to cook some breakfast. I'll let you guess what two of the ingredients are. Bacon and eggs. I hope you guessed correctly. Now, one thing I'm going to do differently with them though is always had toast, even just bacon and egg sandwiches or rolls, not toasting or cooking the bread. So I know a lot of people have, I know the Yanks call them your breakfast burrito. I've seen people, especially hikers and that, carrying wraps into the bush, nice and flat, easy. You don't have to worry about squashing bread. You don't have to worry about squashing bread. So I don't know. Don't know how I feel about it, but we're going to try it out anyway. Yeah, doing wraps, bacon and egg wraps. I'll get the grill on. No grill this time. Back to our trusty little barbie plate that we used at Kangaroo Creek, Kangaroo Hill. I don't think you'd get very far trying to grill eggs. The bacon would be able to, but what do you smell? You smell cooking. Alright, we'll get this on, get it ready and get some stuff cooking. Get a bit of oil on there. That's sizzling away nicely already. Hottest part's going to be the middle of this pan, just because of the way I've got the rocks in narrow. And I haven't put as many coals under it as before too, just because I don't want it to roar ahead but overcook. One thing I do need to include into the ute is a long handle pair of tongs, longer ones. These little ones are not good for being near the campfire, need more reach.
What do you look at it?
Getting nice there now. I'll put that up as a bit of a guard for the eggs. Probably should have put a bit more coal space underneath them, but alright, so we are running downhill a little bit, downhill at the front. The motorbikes are out. Nothing better on a Sunday morning like this. I'm out camping, they're out riding. Just getting out, enjoying the joint. So, right, that's done. We'll give that 5 minutes, flip the eggs, and we'll be nearly ready to serve up. Rightio. Throw a barbie plate up on there. Now I know you're supposed to toast or warm up your wraps, but we're just going simple Jane here. One there. Cut half it off. Oh, it's nice and warm. It might be a bit googy still. Oh well, throw it on there. So, again, if it was going to be a breakfast burrito, I'm sure you'd have all sorts of other things. Actually, I reckon it'd be really good with scrambled eggs. Bit of tomato, bit of onion, bit of curry powder, or what have you in there. But the budget brekkie burrito. I'll roll this bloody thing up now. I've just discovered one good thing. If this was toast, bread, roll, or any of the above, I'd have magmatic googie egg running down my fingers, burning the shit out of me at the moment, but this is containing it. Was containing it. Anyway, I love it. Well, there you go, the Mexicans did get something right. Just put everything in a wrap. Anyway, I'm going to pack up soon, head home. Bit of a recap for the trip. So I wanted to go down, do a bit of crayfishing. I'll have a bit of a crayfishing clip show on the river, showing you an earlier trip we done when we were catching crayfish out of the river. Unfortunately, 5 weeks of flooded Murray River. Can't get anywhere near a camping spot down there. If you can, there's that much water laying around, the mosquitoes would carry you away and eat you for breakfast. Oh. Hate when bacon does that, won't bite off. So we went for plan B, seek some higher elevation. Got up here on top of Skeleton Hill. Nice lovely views out to the north there over the Chiltern and Mount Pilot National Park, and the actual Murray River way off in the distance, still shrouded in fog. So lucky we weren't camping there, otherwise we'd missed it out. But up here on the Skeleton Hill, cook some chewy Cajun kebabs. If you've done them yourself, you would go more than just the beef and the capsicum. Use a better bit of beef as well, and not a bit of chuck or whatever that was. It was chewy, wasn't it, Spots? You shouldn't have to eat a kebab with a steak knife. But that, grilled up some corn, all fantastic, and sat back, watched the stars come up, and yeah, went to bed. Woke up this morning, bacon and egg wraps, lovely sunrise over the quarry. Bit bacon. So yeah. Anyway, luckily not much to pack up. I got 20 litres of water there. I put this fire out and cleaned the camp up a little bit. Got some mozzie coals out from last night. I've got to pick up the remnants of. But, yeah, the good thing about this is really just diesel heater in the back, table in the back, camera gear in the ute. Sides down, we're going up, we spots. So there's nothing more dreading waking up on a final day's camp, whether it's overnight, whether it's 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3 days are worse because you normally got more shit spread out, and having to pack up tents, roll up swags, repack the ute, car, trailer, whatever you're in, getting that Tetris system worked out to get everything back in the car. Being able to just close those canopy doors, warm the ute up, go. I think I found a new way, a new favourite way to eat bacon and eggs, Roxy. I suppose you always just caramelise some onions. Caramelised onions, bit of barbecue sauce, smoky barbecue sauce. Now that is getting fine dining. Oh, hello. 2 little ones. Oh, this is gonna be fucking easy. You go that way. You go that way. Look out, dog. Look out. No. Too early. We go fishing the Willers there to somewhere for half an hour and check them on the way past. No, you're not going to go backwards out there. Plenty of little ones. You're in the way, dog. You're in the way, dog. Oh, male. Get the camera. Oh, I've hooked myself. Yeah. Don't you come over here. Might have to replace a few of these that got holes in them. You're in the way, you go back there. Out! Get out of the way!
Here, come here. Get up. Get up.
a fan of the pork chops this time.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Little one then to trip on. Oh, male berries. In you go. Make some more.
Chewed on it with a bucket. Oh,
Yeah. Yep. Eating through it.